Hello everyone, and I'm Metis Balaska, and this is Arcadia Fallen. And just give me a minute here. I don't want the intro to start playing right now. So, my original plans for a Let's Play didn't quite pan out the way I wanted to. That has to come later. So, instead I moved on to my second plan. This game. This was made by an indie team, and it won an award for best narrative. And I've gone through this before. You can see my save file, and I have to agree. This has one of the greatest narratives I have ever gone through. And that's something coming from me who loves this narrative. If anyone is familiar with Breakman Z, he's also playing this game. He's doing a stream of it, and he does mention a friend who introduced him to this game. I am that friend. Funny fact, I actually found a sort of free version of this game before, and I loved it so much that I bought it officially. This is the Steam version I am playing. And so, I plan to do a Let's Play of this anyway, so let's get to it. Oh? We have a guest. Welcome. I was just about to tell a story. And I think I may just have found the perfect main character. What do we call you? And that is the original name for the character Morgan, but we are going with Metis, of course. I mean, your friendly goddess of knowledge has to be here, right? A fine name. Let's just put a face to it. Speaking of faces, mine is going all sorts of bonkers right now. Now, I really love that's a female preset. It is the one you originally get at the start. Now, a small gripe I have with this character creation system is it is rather limited in your choices, but at the same time, I think this is a good template for the ideal character creation system. You see here with your body, you can go feminine, androgynous, and masculine, and you can set your pronouns separately.
I'm ready.
You can have your voices separately. But we are going with a female avatar because, well, it's me. I've always preferred to play the female avatar as in games. Okay, black hair. Oh, no. Purple, because that's a royal color. I am a god, after all. I was hoping for something a little more my color, but this is about as close to it as I can get. Okay. really thought you could have red eyes here. Purple eyes are nice and pretty close. And is that brown or reddish brown? I'll go with that because it's at least kind of reddish. Oh, and fun fact, you can change your character's looks and everything anytime you want during the story. Like, even if it's in the middle of a scene. Alright, let's go. Metis, are you ready to become a legend? Wow, that's a lot of pressure you're pouring on me up there right away. But I'm a goddess, yes, let's do it.
From the shimmer of light in the workshop, you felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets, reflecting a fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy, and heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls are bound. So strong it may just keep you bold and tall. Yes, you. What will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you. What will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
Yes! I love that intro. Like, the animation is obviously simpler than something you see in a more high-budget visual novel, but it's still great. It's got a lot of energy. It's got a lot of passion. I love it. Anyway, to the story. To the east, way past even the capital of Eridus, lies a small town known as Anemone Valley. And in the town sits a very special shop. Oh yes, and quickly, neat little detail. You move your mouse, and the screen pans. I just love it. Despite its modest size, the store is visited by most, for it is the only one of its kind in town. A store that sells alchemy. It is owned by Elizabeth, a master of her craft and well respected among those who buy her wares. And you just happen to be her apprentice.
Thank you for your purchase. Please come again.
Hello, me. Your master is firm but kind in her teachings. She treats the herbs with religious dedication, and for the better part of your life, you have been trying to learn as much as you can from her.
We are running low on headache remedies. Would you mind handling the rune table for a moment?
Yeah, this is another key factor. There are no wrong choices in this game. There are just choices that move you forward and develop your character as you play. So there are different tones of responses here. You get to story divergent choices every now and then. But this is like basically how your character responds. So yeah, you can see here we can be cheerful, we can joke, or we can be nervous. We're going to be cheerful.
Of course. I'll get to work at once.
The rune table is an artifact provided to alchemists by the School of Magic. It runs on a core of controlled magic and can be manipulated by anyone with the proper training. It is, of course, not as powerful as an actual mage, but it is quite practical for making household charms and remedies. Headache cures being one of the more popular options. Yeah, so not likely that we sell mana restore potions here. Though I imagine there would be a market for it since mages are a thing in this world. You get to work preparing the ingredients as a tall man and with an intimidating glare enters the store.
What can I do for you today, sir?
Spare me.
Our first customer is a keeper.
Just give me the usual. Make it quick. I don't want to stick around in this creepy freak show any longer than I have to.
Seems like a nice guy, isn't he?
Right. One remedy coming right up.
Behind the man, a shadow moves. A child peeks out, staring around the room with big, frightened eyes. Yeah, he is terrified. They've been telling him stories. You haven't seen the kid around in the shop before, but by the looks of it, he's been told too many tales of child-eating potion makers. Yeah, like I said, they've been telling him stories. Yes, you can scare the child. You actually get an achievement for that, but I'm not gonna. I like being nice. You smile at the child and give a friendly wave. At first he freezes. Ah! Freezer! At first he freezes, realizing he's been caught, but then slowly emerges and gives a shy wave back. Elizabeth coughs to get your attention, and you realize she's looking at you expectantly. Alright, the potion! Yeah, so welcome to the main puzzles of the game. You pick your ingredients here, put it in these bowls here, and then you can make your potion. Okay, I remember we want to make a strong potion here. So... create. Hand over potion. You hand the potion to Elizabeth. By the way, I did give a standard potion on my very first playthrough. It didn't really do much, but I'm just fulfilling the proper order here. There are points in the story where this actually matters, though.
Here you go, sir. One extra strong headache remedy.
Yeah, and that's why I went with the proper. Elizabeth hands the potion to the customer, who pays with a grunt and nothing more. What a nice guy! That was interesting. The kindness and grace of humanity never ceases to amaze me. Wow, I actually haven't seen that artwork before. And the other character I was playing, joking, just wasn't her thing. So I never joked the entire playthrough. So this is absolutely new art of the character here. Do not judge them all by this man's example, Metis. Magic has been feared in this nation for a long time. He was simply one of the few acting upon his fears. I'm proud of the way you handled that. I know it's difficult to keep calm with someone like that in the store. At least he could have said thanks. Like, he could have feigned politeness. He came here for help, and he got it. He could have at least said thank you.
So that's how it is.
You're right, but people like us have to pick our battles carefully, lest we end up in a position where we can do nothing at all. But enough of that, I have another job for you. We just used up the last of the lavender making that remedy. Would you be so kind as to go buy some more? Let's change the recipe. No, we are going to do, well, she said, we are an apprentice after all. We have no business doing that.
I'll do it.
Right, I'll go right away.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you. Please do hurry, though. We wouldn't want another angry customer to come in, only to discover I'm all out to their hangover cure. You gather your things and leave the store with a small wave. And this is the map. Eventually, the rest of these open up, of course, and you can go anywhere there's an active icon. And the game will actually autosave every time you go into the map, so it's quite generous like that. Let's go to the flower shop. The flower shop smells heavenly. Strange exotic plants are growing everywhere, their colors vibrant and glowing and with the faintest tints of magic.
Come in. Here to pick up supplies, I presume?
And here comes one of the greatest characters ever created. Meet Quinn, everybody! She's our supplier!
Oh, perfect timing. Today's been so slow. I was going quite mad. How are things?
The owner, Quinn, has had the store a little over a year. The first full year of the small town... The first full year of the small town having their very own mage. Oh, you know, the usual happy customers all around. Oh, you know, customers just really know how to make you feel appreciated for the hard work we do at the shop. Yeah, let's start making remedies, then you can enjoy your hangovers all you want, assholes.
Oh, dear.
That bad, huh? I guess I could count my blessings that I haven't had any customers today. It is only natural that things are a bit tense. After the wood is wilted, people are suspecting some wicked magic to be at work. Which, of course, means people are less keen on coming near us Magi folks. Yeah, so kind of basic witch stuff. Something bad happens, we're automatically to blame. Doesn't matter if we... doesn't matter if there's no proof if we did it or not, we're to blame. So yeah, this is like a questioning section. I just like to go through all of these for story and lore. Like, lore is basically the reason I play most games, so... Here we go. What happened to the Ivy Woods?
Curious.
You haven't heard? And here I thought small town news was supposed to travel fast. Yesterday, an entire section of the forest just died. I wanted to go in and gather some samples, see if perhaps it's a rare disease killing the trees. But I can't leave the shop. I don't want to be caught out there investigating. People might start suspecting that I was the one who did it, and I really don't need that kind of attention. What kind of samples do you need? I said it twice.
Actually...
Anything would do at this point. A cutting from a dead tree, a pinch of dirt. It could all tell me something about how it died. I'll get it for you.
I'll do it.
I can go and get it for you. The forest isn't that far, and it might help.
Absolutely not.
Elizabeth would kill me if she found out I'd sent you out there all alone. It's dangerous, you know. No one but trained demon hunters would or should go near that area. Yeah, basic mage rule, we are the squishies. No, it's better to get the officials it's better to let the officials handle this. Blech. I'm sure we'll figure out the cause soon enough. Hopefully, things will calm down. I guess you're right.
Okay.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm a goddess, but I'm in a squishy mortal body. I'm always right, darling. Slow day?
Tell me about...
No customers came by today? You're the first. It's quite odd. By this time, I usually have at least a couple of people poke their heads in, out of curiosity if anything, but today he has been completely quiet. I was starting to wonder if perhaps I missed some kind of local holiday tradition. But I guess in the end, people are just wary of magic due to what happened to the forest. It's sad. People suspect magic?
What do you mean?
People are suspecting magic? People always suspect magic. Yeah, pretty much. It's always easier to blame something you don't understand, especially when you are only exposed to hearsay and rumors. Can I get a shout out for my fellow LGBTQ people out there? We know all about that, don't we? Also, any minority group, actually. Come on. The people out there don't experience the good side of magic. Like the self-driving wagons and the other handy devices created by the Tinkers of Erodus. Or the grand theater shows with the illusionists down south. Yeah, it is no excuse for being prejudiced. I'm going to get a bit annoyed about that because there's no excuse for bigotry, hands down.
I can't believe this.
Not understanding something shouldn't be an excuse to treat people badly. That is true. I am, however, of the naive belief that no one does evil for the sake of being evil. You do have a point. Prejudice and fears, they all stem upon a place of not knowing. I hope me being sent here to sell my flowers will show at least some people that magic isn't all bad. Good thing I'm not selling anything dangerous like fireworks or something. Ha! You were sent here?
So...
You didn't choose to come here yourself? Oh no, darling. When a mage graduates from the academy, we are assigned to a shop to practice our craft. We do make proposals for where we'd like to go, but ultimately it's up to the council to distribute the graduates. Sort of like politicians, aren't they? They will consider the needs of the town and the city they will consider the needs of the towns and cities and the danger the mage might pose if they work without supervision. I, for one, am quite happy with where I ended up. You like it here?
Really?
You actually like it here? I thought you wanted to be somewhere more lively, like in one of the capitals or something.
Just imagine.
Oh no, way too dull. No, I wouldn't learn anything in a forest of bricks. Out here, I'm right in the center of the greatest garden of all. Not to mention the fascinating underground of the magic mines. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique, and I keep finding new specimens that. Sorry. The energy coursing through the soil here is completely unique. And I keep finding new specimens that would make the students back at the college green with envy. Green with envy. Get it? Because she's a florist! Fireworks tinkers?
Really?
There are seriously mages who just make fireworks? Of course, but they are not just fireworks. They are the best, most beautiful fireworks on the continent. Created to dazzle and entertain, they are a marvelous sight to behold. Sounds amazing. Sounds like a dream. I'd love to see that one day.
Actually,
You'll have to go to the capital to see it, I'm afraid. Such magic has to be performed under... Blech. Such magic has to be performed under strict supervision, but it's worth the journey for sure. I am so sorry. I'm better than reading off... I'm better at reading in my hair, I promise.
Actually...
Elizabeth sent me to get lavender if you have any.
oh, you'll love this.
Oh, of course, of course. The world can't go without the madam's great headache remedy, can it now? Give me a second. Quinn finds the herbs you asked for, and you pay for your wares.
Come back soon.
Do you say hi to Elizabeth for me when you get back? It's getting late, but the streets are still buzzing with activity. Citizens are making their final rounds, shopping and greeting their friends while walking home from work. A bard is sitting on the stones at the square, entertaining a small group of children, and you find yourself pausing to listen in as he spins his tale.
And then, the Witch Queen of the North raised an army of demons from the depths of the mountains and laid waste to the lands. It was a time where wild magic ruled, and the people of this continent were bent under its heel.
The children gasp and shudder upon... The children gasp and huddle closer together, and you smile. You've heard the story many times before, and know just where it's going.
But then, from the ashes of a burned nation, rose 7 heroes. They were the chosen ones, the paragons, and together they rallied the people and beat back the demon Scourge and their evil mistress.
Okay, so a bit of insight here. Paragons is their word for, at least in the current world climate, is their word for like ruler or president, specifically. President or prime minister would actually be closer. The children cheer. He's quite good.
Once the battle was over, they formed the Empire. A nation governed not by magic, but by people. The first Paragon traveled south and built the 7 Winds Academy. A school to teach the next generations of mages so that magic may never again be used for chaos. The second Paragon traveled the continent to rid it from the remains of the witch's ilk. During his travels, other heroes chose to join his ranks, and that is how the Order of the Demon Hunters was formed. The remaining 5 set out to each build a great city. Cities that would later become the capitals of the Empire. And in the central capital built by Alethros, their leader, stand 7 seats, each representing one of the 7 rulers of the Empire. And from these seats, their successors still rule to this day. The end.
There's clapping and cheering, with some of the adults around politely joining in. But then one child raises their hand, head tilted in curiosity in a way only children can do.
But, Mr. Bard, sir, you say there are 7 seats, but my mom says there are only 6. Why should the mages have a seat?
Woof! The racism! Or basic bigotry inherent in society. Like, this is how it's built, but it's good to ask questions. I applaud the kid for doing that. The air suddenly tenses. The market has gone quiet. All eyes now turn to the bard, who remains unfazed and smiling.
That's the thing about stories. Sometimes they don't actually end, even if the bard has said so.
Yep. I do like this quote a lot. Like, some stories aren't over, even if they appear to be. There is always another to be told. And isn't that kind of what life generally is? It's one big story, where each is a main character of our own and supporting character in everyone else's.
They become the beginning of something new.
He turns slightly, and you swear for a moment he is looking straight at you before he shrugs.
But alas, I was only paid to tell you rascals one tale for today. So, that particular sequel will have to wait for another time.
There is a collection of groans of dismay, but the kids get up and leave. You two figure you've lingered long enough and continue on your way. You have almost reached home. You have almost reached home, but come to a halt when you hear someone cry out. Something, oh god. What was I reading there? It was definitely not the game. Your head whips around toward a dark side street. The people around you keep walking, ignoring the sound, and even as it grows louder. Can't they hear? You glance around, but you see no reaction. Everyone just carries on apathetically. You know you should probably do the same. You can vividly imagine Elizabeth's disapproving stare, but the darkness of the alley beckons you, and you leave the busy street to investigate. A man is standing over the form of a young girl, or what appears to be a girl. And here's my favorite character in the game, everybody. I love this girl.
Really, there's no need for this. I was simply a bit lost, you see. I didn't mean to wander into your town uninvited. Just let me go, and I'll be out of your hair for good. Gone. Whoosh.
You expect me to believe that, spirit? I am not fooled by your petty tricks and illusions. I see you, and I am going to make sure whatever wicked scheme you have planned ends right here.
Gee, I wonder who this could be.
I swear, I'm not planning anything.
Demons spawn like you don't belong in this world. Die, you filthy creature!
He's going to kill her. You have to do something, but what? And this is kind of the story divergent and stuff. Not particularly this, but the kindness in your heart compels you to take action. This is the kind of stuff that influences your character. So with these, you basically get 2 choices, and they will either affect you or affect other characters. But this girl needs our help!
Stop that. You're hurting her.
The man spins around. His eyes are crazed, dangerous, and familiar.
You.
Oh, shock and surprise! A chill runs down your spine as something flashes in the man's eyes. You could have sworn they almost looked red.
You're that old hag's apprentice, aren't you? You lure people with your pretty potions and promises of healing. But in the end, you're just the same. You... Magic scum like you should all just die.
Oh god, that's not normal! At least I don't believe it's normal. I mean, okay, I know what's going on in here, but still, when I first went through this, I was like, what the? He moves so fast. There's a blur of movement, and then you feel a sharp pain in your chest. You look down and see the hilt of a knife. A bloom of red growing outwards, staining everything. Well, that's the Let's Play, everyone! Thank you for joining me! Okay, no, it's not. Of course, this is just the beginning of the story. Weirdly, you almost don't feel pain. Shock is making the strangest of thoughts suddenly appear relevant.
So, that's what a lot of blood looks like. It's thicker than I imagined and more red.
I gotta respawn, don't worry about it.
Thank you. You really saved me there. I'm sorry this had to happen. Let me see. Ouch, yeah. He got you real good, didn't he? Pierced the heart. Humans need hearts, I am certain of that. And such a kind heart, too.
Yeah, it is kind of like a basic need of our anatomy.
Don't be scared. I'll fix it, I promise. It won't be easy, though. It really isn't quite the state. I think I can mend it. But it needs something to stick it together. Your soul, I mean. No use mending the body when you're, well, dead.
True. Like, mending a dead body would be kind of pointless, wouldn't it?
Sorry. That was rather insensitive, wasn't it?
Yeah, I forgive you.
Nothing wrong with being dead. I mean, it happens to all of us, but... Oh, right. Not important.
Yeah, focus.
Just a moment. I'll fix you right up. My head.
Gotta imagine my chest isn't feeling very good either.
Yeah. Sorry about that. You knocked your head pretty bad when you fell.
Can I just say the voice acting in this game is on point? Like, there's such emotion behind these characters, you can tell what they're thinking when there's spoken dialogue.
I should get you a potion for that.
I do have ingredients! You blearily force your eyes open. You're still in the alleyway, but the street has gone quiet, and the afternoon light has faded. You must have been unconscious for a while. Your hand flies up to your chest, expecting to find the knife still sticking out, but there is no wound.
It doesn't hurt, right? Honestly, I don't know much about human skin, so I kind of just stitched it together the best I could.
A spirit doctor is as good as any.
was threatening you, wasn't he? Did he hurt you at all?
You're too kind. I'm fine. I mean, he was kind of scary, but I've seen worse. I'm so sorry you got involved in this, though. You're the first kind human I've seen in a while. And I go and get you killed. I'm the worst. That guy was really something, though. To think a spirit would go as far as to possess a human like that?
Yeah, there you go, possession.
I know the whole humans against magic thing doesn't make for the best of relationships, but there's no need to be rude.
I just love how possession is considered rude. Like I imagine, and like they like in a spirit's view, it's the polite thing to do to ask permission when it comes to possession or something, and like that. But like it's essentially a violation of the body, and it's just rude. I mean, it is, but it's kind of a little more than that.
Oh, I'm so sorry. You're probably confused, right? Please, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Who are you?
So, who are you?
Aha, right. I am so sorry. I should have introduced myself, shouldn't I? I'm Mime. Well, I'm a spirit, I believe you would say.
I gotta wonder what the etymology of her name is in this case, because obviously she's not mute, so she's not like a mime in the literal sense. But it's like, is it maybe it's short for mimic because she looks close to human or something like that? I don't know, no, but I'd love to know the reason. Devs, if you're watching this, please let me know, because this character is my baby. She's just my baby. I go full mom with this character.
A friendly one, though. Don't worry.
That guy looked like some kind of monster.
That guy. His appearance changed all of a sudden. The horns, the red eyes. He looked like some kind of monster.
My guess is that some mean spirit latched onto his anger and possessed him. The spirit must have been quite powerful, too. To spark a physical transformation like that? I wonder what it was doing here. Anyway, the best course of action would be to stay far away from that guy, but I guess you already figured that out the hard way.
Yeah, kinda did, didn't we? Why was that guy harassing
I
you?
met that guy earlier today. He wasn't nice back then either, but the way he treated you was horrible.
Well, you know, humans don't usually care much for spirits.
Yeah, so I essentially liken the treatment of mages to like homophobia and transphobia. With spirits, it's outright racism. Kind of hard to tell the difference, isn't it?
They're supposedly illegal, after all. Chaotic magic, dangerous, yada yada.
Yeah, imagine being in that position. Imagine it being illegal to be you. Like, even on the most basic level, imagine it being illegal to be you. To be something you actively can't help being. Yeah, you can tell I have strong opinions about that.
This guy was particularly aggressive about it, though.
Yeah, wielding a knife is kind of aggressive, in the most extreme sense.
His heart has a lot of hate inside it, which is probably the reason why the mean spirit decided to take it.
One last question, why are you here?
So, thank you for saving me, but why are you still here? Aren't you afraid more people like that guy will show up?
Well, you see, I might be kinda, sorta bound here to you.
Dun dun dun!
What?
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
I just love those reactions of hers. This is one of the many reasons Mime is my baby.
But you were all dead and broken, and all the pieces didn't want to stick together, and I panicked, and I may have somehow linked myself to your soul in order to bind it to your body.
Not gonna be angry with her, come on! Like, I know it's kind of a forbidden thing, but still.
You saved my life. The method might not have been ideal, but I really can't blame you for helping me.
I know, I should have done better, and I shouldn't have...
Huh? You forgive me?
I certainly hope that more people start playing this game. I'd love to see the other reactions, mostly because I'll almost never certainly choose those actions on my own volition.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. Don't worry, we'll find some way to fix this. I'm sure of it.
Let's work together.
If we work together, I'm sure you and I can find a way to fix this.
Thank you. You're right. We'll find a way to solve this. I don't know how to fix this, but I do know someone who might. I'll take you there. Though... she's going to be so mad at me.
Oh dear. You and Mime both pause and listen. While you were talking, the quiet night has erupted into a steady swell of voices. Yeah, and the music in this game is also on point. Like, listen to that. That is really setting the mood here. A sinister feeling makes your head stand on your neck. Yeah. And then I ruin it with my crappy reasoning. A sinister feeling makes the hairs on your neck stand on end, and Mime scurries closer to you, the small spirit having grown quite pale.
Something doesn't feel right. I think we should leave now.
She tugs you by the sleeve, and you follow her to the end of the alley, only to stop short at the sudden smell slithering down the streets. Smoke. Your eyes grow wide as you spot the flickering light in the distance, a feeling of dread settling in your stomach.
The shop.
Oh, crap.
Hey! Wait!
Well then! By the time you get there, a large group of people are gathering in front of the shop, and a wicked tension is in the air.
Child eater! Get out of our town! Burn the witch!
The yelling feels unbearably loud. A young man picks up a rock and throws it through a window. The sound of shattering glass is drowned out by the cheers rising from the crowd.
I can't believe this.
I can't believe these people. Why do they think... What do they think they're doing? It's actually not their fault. Not entirely, I mean. They have been caught up in a frenzy. Their fears are being amplified by very strong spirit magic. It's drawing them all toward something inside the shop. How can you tell? How do you know that? It's a spirit thing. I can sort of sense the essence of other spirits. Handy ability. Usually it doesn't really matter because there aren't really a lot of us around, but something's here, and it has its sights set on something inside that store. Their fears?
Really?
These people don't look very frightened to me.
Maybe, but...
It's true, though. We all fear something, but usually we can kind of tell whether you should act on it or if the fear is irrational. These people have had their fear stoked, and it is so great that it has turned to rage. They have lost sight of themselves completely. Why are we not affected? Look, I'm not feeling my bravest at the moment either, but why am I not tearing stuff up?
About that.
This type of magic doesn't really affect me. Since you're bound to me now, I guess you're protected as well? We've got to do something. We can't just keep standing here. There's gotta be something we can do. We really shouldn't get any closer. If they catch us, there's no telling what they'll do. I'm going for the bit more of the personal choice here.
We've gotta go.
Look, Mime, I know it's scary, but I need to find my teacher, Elizabeth. She might still be in the shop, and I can't just leave her. You really are very kind, aren't you? I kinda wish... Never mind. Okay, I'll take you. Let's just keep our heads down, okay? With Mime's guidance, you go around to the back of the building. There's no way to enter, but there is a closed window and a nicely sized rock. You break the window and carefully climb through the broken glass. The shop is dark and smells faintly of burned rosemary.
Okay. Very sneaky. The sneaky duo, that's us.
Oh my, I love you. The door bursts open.
Get out of my home, you child.
Are you okay? Elizabeth, are you okay? They didn't hurt you, did they? I'm fine. They will need to throw something stronger than rocks to get rid of this old witch. Yeah, Elizabeth is a badass. You will see later.
But what about you? You were gone for so long. I was just about to leave and go looking for you when those hooligans started gathering out front. What happened? And who is that?
Hi? It's a long story.
I'll tell you what happened.
Mime, this is my teacher, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, this is Mime. We have sort of gotten ourselves into a bit of a magical hiccup, and Mime here was just about to take me to someone who could fix this, weren't you, Mime?
Right.
Well, yes, of course. I know exactly how to fix this.
By the Seven. Have you bound yourself to the spirit?
No! Maybe. Yes.
What were you thinking, child? Do you have any idea what you have done?
I kinda didn't have a choice in the matter. It was either that or death. I couldn't just stand by and do nothing.
No.
I couldn't just stand by and do nothing. I didn't mean for this to happen, but I would do it again to protect mine. Yes! I would do it again to protect mine, for sure. Elizabeth sighs.
Child, your kind heart is going to get you into trouble one day. Trouble that I will not be able to save you from.
Hopefully it's not anytime soon, yeah? Speaking of trouble... Yeah, since we're on that topic, we seem to have a problem with angry villagers that we might want to address soon. There's a crash as another window shatters.
I just don't understand what is happening. How odd.
The people are acting completely mad, like something is driving them insane.
About that.
That's exactly what's happening. I'm not sure what, but I can sense something here in the shop. Some kind of powerful magic is drawing them here.
Powerful magic? But that's impossible. This is an alchemy shop. The only vaguely magical item in here is the alchemy table.
Yeah, this is an interesting bit of lore. You don't have to be a mage to be an alchemist, though a magic item is required. But isn't this curious? Something flashes in Elizabeth's eyes, and you all turn to the table standing in the corner.
It can't be.
The light suddenly dims, and you whip around to stare at the shop window. The crowd outside is growing louder, their vile chants and jeers melting together into a blooming ichor of hate. Did I say that right? A dark shadow is spreading from the frame of the window, blocking out the light from the torches outside. A dark shadow is spreading from the frame of the window, blocking out the light from the torches outside. Mime, what is that?
What the?
Mime, what is that thing?
Well...
I'm not sure. It looks like a spirit of some sort, but...
It's a demon.
Oh, crap.
This thing. It reeks of dark magic. It's trying to breach the barrier I put around the shop.
The darkness now completely covers the glass, which creaks and twists under the strain. Then cracks. Stand your ground. You bite back a scream and stand your ground protectively in front of Mime and Elizabeth. The window begins to bend inward like a bubble all about to burst, and then it cracks. Oh boy. He washes over you, and every single piece of glass in the shop shatters. What remains of the window blows outward with a single loud crash. And somehow none of that glass hits us. We somehow have luck plus 10. Ugh. You pick yourself up from the floor. Someone is screaming in the distance, and there is a strong smell of burning wood. The shop, it's being completely destroyed. From the rubble, a tall, dark shape rises up to tower over you. Pathetic. Yeah, this is a demon, and I kind of love how the demons are designed here. It's actually quite unique in its minimalistic design, and yet they still manage to be very intimidating. The humans demand fire, but flee when their wish is granted. Glowing eyes zero in on you, a tall, lanky shape standing in the middle of the destroyed shop. What is this? A little shop assistant? I wonder, will you flee as well? What lies in your heart? Fear? Anger? The glow of those soulless eyes intensifies, and you feel a cold all over as it gazes and pierces you through. How disappointing! And holy crap, look at that! Like, tell me that this thing wouldn't intimidate you if you met it in a dark alley. People like you are the worst. Keeping your head bowed every day, taking the scorn of the common people like you somehow deserve it. I can see it all. See how the people of this town, these pathetic, weak mortals, are mocking you while you do nothing. Why should their imbecilic fear weigh down on you? You are their superior. Your talent should leave them begging at your feet. So why? And keep in mind, this thing instigated this. Like, he probably knows what he's talking about. So let's see. What drives you down this path? I believe in the good of humanity. I won't stoop to their level. I don't need your help to get what I want. My main choice is between these two. I went with faith with my other character, so I'm going to go with dignity, because I feel the same about both of these. I do believe in the good of humanity. We slowly improve as we learn. The biggest crapheads are the ones that refuse to learn and choose to stay ignorant. But at the same time, I refuse to stoop to their level.
Sure, things have to change, and there are many who deserve justice. But acting with violence will make me no better than them.
Well said.
There has to be another way.
The creature begins to glow a soft green color. It lets out a frustrated scream and charges at you. Well, time to die again!
Look out!
Go back to the hell you came from, demon!
Oh, hello! The demon stumbles. Struck from behind, it keels over, clinging to its side where its shape is cracking, like broken shards of glass. You see broad shoulders. A woman steps in front of you, shielding you from the demon. A sword gleams in her hands as she boldly faces off against this monster.
Are you all right?
And we get our first interaction with the companion character. Now, here's the thing. You can romance any of your companions, except for mine, because, she is young and that kind of creates more like a mother of a parent-child or probably more like a sibling relationship between you two. But you can romance any of your 4 other companions, and whenever one of these options comes up, you get this, which brings you to a different menu. and you can romance them in different ways. I am going to choose romance options for every one of my character, for every one of our characters, for every one of our companions, until the time comes that we pick one to become romantically involved with. Unfortunately, you can't romance multiple companions. But this is where we're gonna go, because it does give some interesting insight into most cases. So, romance. So, timid, happy, joking. You feel heat gather in your cheeks.
Okay, thank you.
Victoria! I'm so glad to see.
Yeah, this is the person she wanted to bring us to.
Quiet, Mime. You and I are going to have a talk as soon as this is over.
The demon screeches and rights itself. The bleeding gash on its hide, it's glowing like hot metal. You fool! You will pay for this! It rushes forward, but Victoria is far too quick. She swiftly strikes it down, spraying shards of darkness from the fresh wound. Ah! The glow is steadily growing. The glow is steadily growing stronger. You begin to feel drawn towards that light, as if it is calling out for you, calling out to you.
I'm feeling kind of weird.
Let's go, baby!
Look, the table.
Wonder how a common alchemy table can attract to something like a demon? Here we go. The alchemy table is glowing in the same shade as a demon. It pulses, and it breathes like a living thing, lifting itself off the floor, shifting and shaping into a new form. It suddenly flies at you, and you reach out to catch. Match the pattern to banish the demon. Okay, light bursts from your hand. It shoots outward in a beam, striking the nightmarish creature square in the chest. Ah! The demon writhes and shakes. The light bursts it open from within, and then it crumbles, turning to ash with a quiet sigh. There's only stillness. That has gotta hurt like crap! In your hand, and is what remains of the alchemy table, a pendant of sorts. The familiar cogs and wheels still make up the main body, but 5 small runes are carved into the upper ring, one of them glowing faintly with a strange sort of magic. You're feeling woozy, like your legs are about to give out under you. Is everyone alright?
Okay.
Is everyone alright? No one's hurt? I think I'm okay, but the world does feel a tiny bit shaky. cold steel presses against your throat. The woman, Victoria, is glaring at you. What did you do? Hey, easy with that thing! I don't want to die again, thank you. I don't think I have any more continues. Let's try and stay calm.
So...
Let's try not to get ahead of ourselves with the swords, okay? I don't know what happened. The alchemy table has never done anything like that before. Victoria glares at you with suspicion, but slowly lowers her sword a little. I
can't believe this.
Mime, would you be so kind as to tell me what's going on here? Victoria's words drip with tension. Mime looks very, very small when she steps out from behind you. Well, you see, I'm not entirely sure myself. It went like, it felt like I had a connection with that thing for a moment.
So that's how it is.
A spirit locket. A what now? Elizabeth is glaring at the glowing amulet in your hands with a barely masked sadness that puts you on edge. So whatever it is, it's definitely bad. At least in perspective. It must have reacted to the presence of the demon. It appears that it absorbed the power of the fiendish creature, sealing it away for good. We're safe. So that thing's gone for good? That's a relief. Victoria glares at you darkly. Don't get comfortable. Use of illegal magic in binding yourself to a spirit. You're coming with me to Eridus as to stand trial for what you've done. On whose orders? Elizabeth moves to stand between you and Victoria protectively. First Commander Alethea. Victoria twists her collar to reveal the insignia of the third paragon, and you feel dread run through your spine like ice. Of all people to get discovered by, it had to be a knight. Okay, give me a second, guys. Sorry about that, but even your friendly goddess of knowledge is subservient to the basic needs of biology. Hold on a sec. It's very hot in my room. Okay. Yeah, I say we're within our rights to get a bit angry here.
I can't believe this.
You can't be serious. I just saved us from that thing, and now you're going to arrest me? Spare me your outrage. Whatever your motivation, it doesn't change the fact that you have broken the law. I can't just let you walk free while you pose such an obvious risk.
Hear me out.
But, Victoria, don't you see? This might be a good thing. Get some water? No, this talking really dries my throat. What? We sealed the spirit away, didn't we? In fact, it's really lucky that we were here. I bet the shop would have burned down completely if you and Metis hadn't been here to save it. Be that as it may, it doesn't excuse the legal use of chaotic magic, so... Victoria is interrupted by a strange buzzing sound coming from her jacket. She and Mime are visibly pale. Every time that sound plays, I think it's something on my computer notifying me of something. Guess that tells you something about the sound design too, huh?
Of all the times.
I know, right? Telemarketers.
Just don't take it. Pretend we're not here.
Yeah, just pick it up and say, we're not at home! Victoria glares and pulls out a slow glowing orb that is pulsating insistently with light. She closes her eyes and breathes in deep as if saying a quiet prayer. There's a flash of light and and an image appears.
Victoria, what's going on? You didn't call in for your last report.
The image of a woman in uniform appears to be in a glowing light, and you blink in surprise. You've heard about the crystal communicator as the government uses to transmit conversations, but you've never seen one in person before. Yeah, so basically this is their equivalent to cell phones. Victoria straightens up in her presence, all emotions hidden by her professional tone.
Apologies, Commander. I'm afraid that the situation has become more complicated.
Define more!
Oh, Letheros, mercy. Don't tell me you lost the spirit.
No, Mime is still with me, but the incident appears to have spread. A demon appeared in town tonight. I suspect there are more out there.
Hopefully there's not some corporation behind it, you know, one with umbrellas or whatever.
The number of casualties.
None, for now. However...
I mean, technically, the alchemist was dead for a while earlier, but, you know,
Shh! She doesn't need to know that!
We managed to dispose of the threat for now, but I fear this could still escalate.
I know you want to ask, Victoria, but we cannot dispatch any more knights to the area. For now, you will return to Eridos with the spirit. We will regroup from here and determine the proper course of action.
I understand.
What about the townspeople?
You're leaving?
You're leaving?
But what about the townsfolk? What are we gonna do if more demons show up?
Victoria, who is this?
Hi. Totally not dead person here. Nope, no siree. I didn't get resurrected or anything. Ignore the stab wound. There's no stab wound. What are you talking about?
Another complication.
No, it isn't.
actually, the alchemist here might just be the solution to your problem.
Yeah! I'm a goddess, so I'm a double solution. I'm a Deus Ex Machina introduced at the very start of the story.
Mime.
No. It's all right, Victoria. Let us hear what the spirit wishes to share.
I will kindly thank you not to generalize like that. She is my baby, and I will put a curse on you.
Thank you, ma'am. You see, we got into a little accident earlier.
That's putting it lightly.
I won't bore you with the details, but the good news is that the two of us together are really good at sealing away those big old meanie spirits you're so worried about.
Yeah, nothing to worry about.
Is that so?
Yes? The woman turns to you.
What is your involvement in all of this?
Accidental hero? Or rather, the type of hero who gets pulled into a situation unwillingly. So kind of willingly, since I rushed in. protecting my home.
My home just got destroyed by one of these demons.
Ah, an unlucky bystander then. And this magic you use to get rid of the demons. Unlawful, I assume.
No. It depends. What is your definition of legality? Like, what do you consider illegal or illegal? Are we talking unlawful in Venezuela or something, or?
Very.
Okay. We're talking local then.
But no one got hurt.
Well,
We just sealed away the one who was wreaking havoc in the shop here. I'm confident that if we just stay in town and investigate, then we'll find a solution to the problems you're having in no time.
to say the least.
A lovely proposition, but tell me this, spirit. If I allow you to roam free, how can I trust that you won't just run away again?
We won't? We totally won't? Shh.
Because I'm so nice?
I cannot trust you. There is more at stake here than mere townsfolk. It is a risk I will not take.
I'll vouch for the child, Commander.
Elizabeth steps forward, having been strangely silent until now. Alethea looks startled. Hello, what do we have here?
Elizabeth.
Interesting.
It has been so long. I feel fate is playing some cruel trick on us, adding you to this unholy mix.
Victoria and Mime both look completely flabbergasted by the familiar tone used by the two women. You must admit, you're also curious about how your teacher came to know one of the Empire's commanders so closely. Yeah, these two have history.
Perhaps. The young one is my apprentice.
Number one. It's hard to be number two when there are no other apprentices.
I can vouch for the contents of her heart, and, if you will let me, take full responsibility for what we both know must be done.
I can vouch for it too. I may have actually seen it.
It is not fair for me or anyone to force upon you such a burden. You have already done enough.
And I shall do this as well. Unless you wish to stop me.
Oh. I know better than to challenge you.
Think about that for a second. The friggin' Knight Commander knows better than to challenge Elizabeth. That should give you some idea what Elizabeth is capable of.
Very well, Victoria. Your new mission will be to stay in town, guarding these two, as you track down any remaining demons and neutralize them.
By the way, I have noticed in my previous playthroughs, but Victoria does very much look like her design came from Bloodborne. Like, she definitely looks like a hunter from Bloodborne. Like, really, give her a hat, switch out the sword for, like, the Soul Cleaver, and she's a Bloodborne character.
You will do what you must in order to keep a low profile.
Oh, she's a Bloodborne character. There's no chance of that.
This mission cannot fail, and the truth cannot be revealed to the public.
Define truth.
I understood.
Wait, what?
I don't understand. You want me to be some kind of demon-sealing person? I'm just an alchemist.
You're a demon under the alchemist now. Rather, I am, cause I'm you.
That might be so. But from this moment forth, you are an agent working under me. Instead of a criminal about to be tried for the illegal use of magic.
So, I don't get a salary then. I mean, look at this place. It's going to be expensive to rebuild.
Unless, of course, you have any objections.
I want to help if I can.
These creatures are obviously dangerous. If there's any way I can help stop them, so no more people will get hurt, then I'll do my best.
You have a good heart. I wish you luck.
The image disappears and a tense silence falls over the group.
That went well, right?
It could have gone worse. No one answers. Chapter 1. The Valley. And that's how you became the unlikely defender of Anemone Valley. Waking up the next morning feels like a dream. If it wasn't for the happy grin of the spirit who greets you, you would have dismissed it as such.
Morning. Glad to see you're awake.
It must be nice getting rest from rest from sleep instead of fainting all the time, right? Or, you know, death. So Victoria sent me. She's really eager to get started on this old mission, on this big old mission thing. So she went, and she wants you to meet her outside, like, now. She's already in a bad mood, though, so I don't think anchoring would make her less angry. So basically, she wanted me yesterday. Anyway, how are you feeling? I'm okay.
About that...
Everything considered, I'm feeling quite alright. Thank you for asking. You're quite amazing, you know that? Most people would not be able to smile so easily after having gone through so much. But I guess it could have been worse. We're not shackled and on our way to the capital after all. What happens now?
I wonder...
So what do we do now? What's the plan?
About that.
Well, finding these demons and sealing them away is our first priority. We can't have any more people getting hurt. And hopefully, while we're looking for our way to stop them, we'll learn about the spirit locket of yours. It can seal demons away. If it can seal demons away, then maybe there's a way it can unseal me from your heart as well. We're all gonna die. I gotta admit, if that was like a deadpan reaction or something, I would have picked it. I just love those types of reactions. That's a great plan.
Okay.
That sounds like a great plan. Great thinking, Mime.
Thank you.
You really think so? Thank you. Let's do our best, yes? Why are you so afraid of the capital? I mean, I can venture a guess.
Questions.
You're really quite afraid of the capital, aren't you?
Huh?
Well, of course. Spirits are not supposed to go to human cities. Yeah, racism. My mere existence is a kind of crime to them. I don't want to know what they're going to do to me. We should go to Victoria then. So you say Victoria wants to see us? Yep, she said at once. So probably like yesterday, honestly. I called that. I didn't even remember that line either. We should get going. You walk into the shop. Now that everything is illuminated by daylight, you can truly see the extent of the destruction left by the demon the night before. Every surface is covered in glass or spilled potions. Shelves are shattered, windows broken, and in the middle of the chaos, Elizabeth is carefully cleaning the floor with a broom.
Welcome back.
Metis, mine. Good morning. She greets you with a tired smile, and you wonder if she even managed to sleep at all.
It is quite the change, suddenly having people living with us like this. This sleepy old town really did wake up to quite an adventure, didn't it?
That's putting it lightly. A little adventure might be good. You never know. I bet another adventure might be good for us.
I see.
You might be right. This world, it is one constant conflict. There are so many heroic tales you can tell, but the bards rarely capture the pain that sometimes follows doing what is right. I have tried to shield you from such pain, but I see now that if you are to prevail in the challenges ahead, I cannot keep hiding from you. I know you have a lot of questions. If you want, I shall do my best to explain what I can. And buy myself from mine?
I wonder.
You have any idea how to get separated from a spirit? I know a few, but none of them would leave the both of you, how to put it, alive afterwards. Oop. Exorcism is the craft of demon hunters, and they don't particularly care about the well-being of those affected, as long as it eliminates a threat. You can ask Victoria for details. The way she attacked that demon yesterday, it is clear that she had the training. But why a former demon hunter would work for the Knight Commander of Eridus, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, so, as I was saying, she really fits Bloodborne. Tell me about the Spirit Locket.
So...
The alchemy table. Last night it changed into something. You called it a Spirit Locket? What does that mean? That was the invention that pioneered the modern school of alchemy. A new type of alchemy that was usable by non-mages. It works in much the same way as the alchemy tables we use today. But while we now use the power of the crystals to fuel our spells, the Spirit Locket runs on the life form of spirits. Like, holy crap. That's borderline Matrix stuff, isn't it? That's horrible. That sounds horrible.
It's not that simple.
It was a necessity of the times. Alchemists had yet to discover the use of crystals as a power source for their spells, and so spirits were used. It is a powerful artifact, one which is now bound to you, just like mine. Did I hurt you, Mime? How are you feeling, Mime? Did you get hurt during the battle? I feel fine. I might be different, and since you know I'm not bound... it might be different, and since you know I'm not bound to... It might be different since, you know, I'm not bound to your locket thing, but to you. The lack of commas there throws me off. This is all so confusing, though. Arg! I wish we could learn more. I'm sorry I cannot be of more help. I am skilled in alchemy, but it's engineering that goes in, but the engineering that goes into crafting a locket like this is something else entirely. It is possible there are mages out there who know a lot more about alchemy, lockets, and spirits, but locating them will be tricky. Yeah, we're definitely not going to find one in this town, right? You can try and ask Quinn for help. They might, they went to the Mage Academy, so they might know more. Yeah, there's something that I think is like a great move on the dev's part. Not only is Quinn a very pleasant character, but they're straight up non-binary. They're a literal trans character, and you cannot avoid them. Because you literally deal with them. So kudos to the devs on that. They put a canon trans character in a position where you have to acknowledge them. How did the locket get here? How did the locket even come to be here in the shop? It doesn't really seem like something authorized by the Empire. It's been in my possession for a while. It was gifted to me by a dear friend, and I have kept it safe here ever since. I didn't expect something like this, but that doesn't matter. We can talk about that story some other time. You have more important things to worry about now. Alethea? That woman that appeared yesterday, you knew her. How? My life did not begin and end in the shop, you know. Alethea and I knew each other well a long time ago. But then back then I would have called her my companion. But now, our journeys took us down different paths. She is now the right hand of the highest office in the land. She's an old flame? Hmm? She and you got some history together, hmm? Hmm? What? Too difficult to imagine your dusty old teacher being young and in love? Nah, it's cute. Not at all. It's kind of cute to imagine, actually. Cute. You really are such an odd child. Guilty as charged. Normal is overrated, people. Do you know that? But no matter. If you find the topic so fascinating, perhaps I'll tell you the story. After we get this place cleaned up. How's the shop?
About that...
What are we going to do about the shop? Everything's so broken, and I don't even know where to start. We clean, we salvage, we restore. I've already sent a message to Quinn about restoring our herbal stock. Knowing them, they've already gotten new supplies ready for us. I just need you to pick it up whenever you can. I do worry about the alchemy table, though. I cannot make potions without it, and getting a new one from the Mage College will take a while. When it comes to paperwork for gaining, then comes the paperwork of gaining and a new power crystal. God, I have got to get better at this. You'd think it would be easy to obtain, and with us basically living on top of the mines, but the last time we needed a change, it took several months. No doubt Goldner, that old weasel, had something to do with that. God, I hate Goldner. You will see. Slime is too good of a word for that character. Reopening the shop might take a while. Yay, paperwork! Someone's blocking your request? We can use the locket for now. Wouldn't I be able to make potions still, using the spirit locket? I guess that would be possible, but I wouldn't want to put such a quest on you now when you are tied up in other obligations. Restocking the shop will take time. I would need to teach you many more recipes than what you know now. And teach me! I'm the resident goddess of knowledge. Learning is what I do. You're still my teacher, right? Elizabeth looked surprised for a moment. Then her eyes soften and she smiles.
Thank you, dear.
That is true. Very well, Metis. I shall teach you. But this can't interfere with your other tasks, remember? We'll have your lessons here whenever you have the time in between sections. Just come by the shop and find me and we'll get started. I should get going.
I'll be off then.
I have to go, Victoria. I really flubbed that one. I have to go. Victoria's waiting for me on this whole quest thingy. I understand. I'll be here in case you have any other questions.
Good luck, dear.
Good luck, Metis. Victoria is standing outside the shop, arms crossed and eyes glaring at anyone who dares pass her by. A real people person, isn't she?
You're late.
Morning.
Good morning, Victoria. Ready to go to do some investigate? What part of keeping a low profile do you insist on not getting? Eh? Oh, right, sorry. Victoria sighs heavily. You remembered to cast your spell? Of course. No human will notice me at all. Unless they are like a demon hunter or possessed by a spirit like that guy yesterday. A mage would probably also see me, so yeah. Basically invisible. Ugh. That's so cool, Mime. I didn't realize you could use that kind of magic, Mime. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
Aw, thank you. I'm not that good at it, really. But staying out sight of humans is pretty valuable when it works. So what are we doing today, Victoria?
While you two were snoozing the day away, I've been digging around for some information. Look.
There are multiple accounts of people having seen the shop burn last night, but who have no recollection of the mob and the dark magic. The general consensus is that it was an accident. I see no reason to correct this assumption. It would just create unnecessary panic. Yeah, that is fair. Like sometimes information being hidden isn't a bad thing if it is generally given at the right time. The shop itself is clean. No trace of anything magical. If the place wasn't trashed, I wouldn't be able to tell anything had happened. It doesn't leave us with much to go on, really.
I wonder.
Well, we could always go check out the forest. We spirits really like nature, so maybe the demons are angry someone went and destroyed their home. We already searched that place for clues and found nothing. I think our time then would be more wisely spent exploring somewhere new. The mines under this town are suspicious to me. I don't believe it is a coincidence that these events are occurring right on top of a large seam of magical crystals.
Are you sure?
Do we really have to go underground, though? It's creepy! What's up with the mines? Why are you so certain that we'll find something in the mines? I'm not certain of anything at this point. That would be foolish. However, the crystals mined down there are powerful conductors of magic, so it's worth taking a look.
Maybe, but...
But underground caves are so creepy, though. It's worth a look.
Actually...
It might be creepy, but it does sound like something worth investigating more, don't you think?
Come on.
I know you're right, but still...
Enough of this.
Mime. Victoria gives Mime a pointed look, and the spirit's mouth zips shut instantly. Then those hard eyes turn to you. Look, Alchemist. Alethea might have put her trust in you, but I'm not so easily convinced. So it would be much appreciated if you kept your opinions to yourself. I just want to help.
About that...
I'm stuck with you anyway, but and it's not like anything I can do to... But it's not like there is anything I can do to make the situation worse. Or is there? So maybe we should just try to work together and figure out figure out this mess. She does have a point. Victoria does not look amused. I almost said does look amused. That would have changed context. But she clicks her tongue and sighs.
Fine. Let's go.
Let's get to work.
Mime, you're staying close to me. I won't have you running away from me again.
What? Me? Run away? I would never.
Just stay where I can see you.
Understood.
Yeah, so you get little banters like that in the map. And you can see here, you can interact with characters throughout the map, with your various companions throughout the map when possible. And they'll have their little icon showing like there. But this is where we're... oh yes, quickly... As you can see, exclamation marks are story areas. You have to go there in order to advance the chapter. Now the good thing is, you don't automatically go to a new chapter once you've done every story beat. You do have a choice to move on the story manually. So there's that. And to just show you, you can see here companions, Mime. A spirit who has accidentally bound herself to you. She seems eager to help, but you're not quite sure she knows what she's doing. Ah, my baby. I don't care if you don't know what you're doing. I will do everything in my power to protect you. Anyone who tries to hurt you will feel pain. Victoria. A Knight of Eridus is tasked with keeping you and Mime in line while you investigate the demon incident. She isn't happy with her new role as babysitter. I never would have guessed. And if you go to options here, yes, you can custom, like I said before, you can customize your character anytime you want. Right down to even renaming them. And it will take. So, you can probably like do proper gender fluid, or something like that. They would probably go in and out through the menus. In fact, the reason why I suggested this to Breakman Z is because in an RP we're doing with some other friends of ours, his character is a gender fluid alchemist. Yeah, so this game was just perfect for him. I also went through this as my character for that RP named Medea, who is an Impusa witch, basically on a similar level to Mime, but it's like it just felt right for his character. And I really wanted to do a Metis play through with this Let's Play. Okay, so this is going to do it for this is going to do it for this session, and I will be back. I will be back with the next. I will be doing roughly 2-hour sessions. Though with this game, I will do I'll do one session per chapter, and I'll upload those in more bite-sized portions on YouTube. So with that, that does it for this session, and thank you everybody for joining me. And this is your friend, the Goddess of Knowledge, Metis Balaska, signing out.